Welcome to another edition of Let's Play WWE 2015. This is a special edition of the show because after technical difficulties plagued my original recording of the latest episode of Monday Night Raw, I had to change things up a bit and re-record it without Monday Night Raw. And also now you get to see that I signed Lita to a contract for no uncertain terms. Now you get to see that I signed Lita to a Wait, where's Lita? Oh, sorry. I forgot her name. Now you get to see that I signed Lita to a contract. And in no uncertain terms, I signed her to a contract to basically... Oh. She doesn't have the skills to train people. Well, that could be a problem. Because I only signed her to go train people. I only signed her to go train people. That there was no other reason why I, signed her. Well, now, simply, that was reason number one as to why I did the re-recording, the technical difficulties, and reason number two is because changing things up every now and again seems to be well received. And that's, everything seems to work out. So, I'm going to now go through what happened on this week's episode of Raw, and basically the major talking points of what happened, and what you can expect next week on Raw, this week on SmackDown, and in 2 weeks at the Royal Rumble, live from Philadelphia. Well, as you see, we kicked off Raw with John Cena and Kevin Owens, and it is official, Kevin Owens, after months and months of torturing John Cena, well, about a month of torturing John Cena, he will finally get in the ring with John Cena one-on-one at the Royal Rumble. It is official, Cena, Owens, in 2 weeks in Philadelphia. And not just that, we have another entrant into the 2015 Royal Rumble match as Roman Reigns not only returned to the ring after months after being on the shelf since September with an injury, he returned and declared that he is joining his brother Dean Ambrose in the Royal Rumble match, so that is now 2 men in the 2015 Royal Rumble match. And also, speaking of the Royal Rumble, Mickie James challenged Natalya, and Natalya accepted the match for the Divas title at the Rumble. Mickie James will face Natalya. And the last match that was made official for the Royal Rumble match in 2 weeks at this point is Stephanie McMahon said to Daniel Bryan, gave Daniel an ultimatum, that if Daniel can win the Royal Rumble if Daniel can win his match at the Rumble, not only will Stephanie leave him alone, but Daniel Bryan would be in the Royal Rumble match. And if Daniel loses, he is not allowed to be in the Rumble and will not be able to challenge for the #1 contendership opportunity to face the WWE World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania. And who is Daniel facing in 2 weeks in Philly? The Big Show. Why? Daniel's not the only one who has to win his way into the Rumble. The Big Show is also winning his way into the Rumble, as in either A, Daniel is in, or B, Big Show's in. Both of them can't be in. Only one will enter the 2015 Royal Rumble, either the Big Show or Daniel Bryan. And now the major talking points from Raw is Kevin Owens tries to get a last laugh on John Cena by attacking him again and leaving Cena laying for the second week in a row. But Cena counters it, and Cena finally gets the edge on Kevin Owens after a month of consistent Kevin Owens getting the better of John Cena. And also, as you see back a little bit, The Miz defeated Dean Ambrose, not without some shenanigans though, as Damien Sandow returned after months on the shelf with an injury. And yes, that's right, it's Sandow, not Mizdow, Sandow, not Macho Mandow, Sandow. Damien Sandow is back, and he wants his revenge on his former tag team partner. And also, as you saw, Randy Orton was back in action for the first time this year against Adam Pearce, basically because, in my opinion, Randy can't win the number one contender at TLC and then not compete again until Royal Rumble, so it really didn't matter who he was competing against just as long as he did, and that's why I put him against Adam Pearce. And as you also see, AJ and Paige's feud was promoted on Raw. Tyson and Cesaro retained the tag team titles. The feud continued to grow and mature between Kane and Bray and the Wyatt family, and Henry and his partner D'Lo against the New Day. But also, in that promo with Xavier and Henry and D'Lo, Xavier continues to take shots at the fact that he believes, and I guarantee you about half the fans watching Raw and seeing D'Lo Brown believe, that D'Lo Brown hasn't been relevant in the last 15 years. No offense to D'Lo, it's just that he hasn't been in WWE, and, he hasn't really been in the mainstream for that, since, well, yes, fine, he was in mainstream with TNA, but in terms of WWE and their little bubble, he hasn't been in WWE since, I believe, about 2001, 2002, so 13 years, or, whatever, what have you. Also, in Randy's promo after his match, he references the fact that him and Brock fought back in 2002, but he says a lot has changed in the last 13 years, because 13 years ago he wasn't a Viper. And things will be different at the Rumble because you've never fought a Viper. So, let's go over it before we close out today. The Royal Rumble consists of these matches: the WWE World Heavyweight title match between Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton, as Brock will face Randy for the first time ever. And also, we found out at Raw that Kevin Owens will face John Cena. Mickie James will face Natalya for the WWE Divas title. And the only other and also Rusev will face Rob Van Dam, which, once again, I did not forget about that match. It will be promoted on SmackDown. I just don't promote every feud on Raw, even though there's 3 hours. I don't promote every feud on Raw. Why? Simple. I have 5 hours of television. I don't need to. And also made tonight on Raw, or the last episode of Raw, winner is in the Rumble and loser is out between Daniel Bryan and the Big Show. I will also say that in Bray Wyatt's promo, he also talked about Daniel Bryan. So I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no, but things may not be over between Daniel Bryan and the Wyatt family. But I also guarantee you this, in the weeks leading up to the Rumble, what The Miz will be doing at the Rumble and as the Intercontinental Champion will become clear, as will what the Tag Team Champions are doing at the Rumble will also become clear. And the last thing for this video is that the Royal Rumble in 2 weeks, live in Philadelphia, on the WWE Network, and sporadic pay-per-view providers, will be a 40-man Royal Rumble match. Number one, because of who I want to win, and because I think it would be better off him being in a 40-man than a 30-man. And also, I want to go with something that I believe WWE should have went with. And that is, certain ECW originals will be a part of the Royal Rumble in 2 weeks, live in Philadelphia. And I will tell you this much, that one person in particular will be a part of it, and I'm gonna offer him a contract right now. And that person is the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer will be a part of the Royal Rumble in 2 weeks, live on the WWE Network from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And by the way, Tommy's the only one you'll know, because everybody else is going to be a surprise. But if you want anyone in particular to be a surprise in the Royal Rumble, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this type of video, leave a like or a rating, as both are appreciated and do really help in making more videos just like this. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because right here at Wrestling Express is the only place you could find content just like this. Till next time. Later.